So today we're gonna make a basic braised chicken thigh. This is more on the Mediterranean style of cooking. So we have your chicken thighs, which you can buy from the market, like so. You have some brunoise of onions, which you guys already know how to do. You have some peeled and sliced garlic. Just peel these and slice them into slivers, very thin. Yeah, like yay thin. You have some mushrooms, which were trimmed and then just portioned into, even sizes. You have some olives, which were pitted. You can do this by making an incision, cutting them into, or slicing them into quarters, and then just peeling off the olive part of the olive. I have some lemon. This is just one lemon, sliced about 0.5 centimeter to 1 centimeter thickness. As long as they're even, they're good to go. We have some concassé of tomatoes. This is done by making an incision on your tomatoes and then removing the core and then dunking them into boiling water, unsalted. And once your tomatoes are starting to peel off, you can just take them out and then shock them in ice water. After that, after peeling, you cut them into quarters, removing the seeds, then slicing them into about 0.5 centimeter strip, and then slicing them into 0.5 centimeter cubes. So that's your tomato concassé. Chopped parsley. This is done by picking just the leaves of the parsley. The stems you can use for stalks or you can just throw them out. And then work your way by gently or slowly mincing the parsley first and then gradually increasing the speed until you achieve such size. You have some capers as well. You can buy this in the market. We're not gonna process them. You can buy them as is. Then we have your chicken stock, your main liquid. Have white wine. It's just white wine I put in a vessel because I usually buy cooking wine in boxes because they're cheaper. Tomato paste, regular tomato paste. Paprika. You can buy this in packs or in sachets or in bottles. They're available in the market. Olive oil. And of course, your salt and pepper. Make sure everything is on plus. You have your cooking tools, you have your tasting spoons, and of course you have your vessels right here. Okay, to start, you have to season the chicken. It's just regular salt. You want to season your chicken at eye level. Again, so that the salt is evenly dispersed. You want to put this or put your chicken in a flat surface so that you can season them evenly. Don't need heavy seasoning to start because we can always adjust the seasoning at the end. Freshly cracked black pepper. And then we move on to our cooking vessel. So just get any wide mouthed pan, not too deep, a bit shallow because you want the steam to come out when you are searing your chicken. Heat on high to medium high. Then olive oil. You want to heat up the olive oil until it's almost smoking. So we're gonna pan fry and sear the chicken skin side down first. Always do this counterclockwise or clockwise so you know which one you put first and which one you put last. You do not want to overcrowd the pan. You can season the other side as well. So you want to sear just because you want to develop color. And also you want to develop the flavor. It's always nice when the protein is, brown. It tastes much more nicer. You're not gonna fully cook your chicken onto the oil. You just want to brown them. You take them out once they're done. Then you do the other ones too. Now when the heat starts to, or when the oil starts to smoke, you just lower down the temperature. That means you're burning your oil. And you do not want burnt oil. Tastes weird. And lower down the heat. So we set this aside and we start making your braising liquid. To start, we're gonna add in some onions. Onions in. Okay, sorry, battery died. I don't know where I left off, but we just sauteed your mushrooms, your olives, and we added some tomato paste. Roasted the tomato paste, and now we're gonna deglaze with some white wine. And you wanna clean the bottom part of the pan. This is called deglazing. And you wanna reduce the amount of liquid that you have on the pan. It means you want to lower down the volume by simmering, removing all the alcohol content of your liquid, because alcohol evaporates lower than water. So it evaporates first as compared to your water. Okay, once you have that, just give that a bit more seasoning, some salt, black pepper before you add in your main liquid. We're gonna add in some chicken stock to start, but we're not gonna add all. This is just to get the sauce going. And then we're gonna bring back your chicken. You can put herbs if you want to. I think thyme would be nice here. Rosemary would be good too. Okay. Then we're gonna add chicken stock just until we reach about half to 3/4 the height of your chicken. Like that. The idea is the bottom part of the chicken will be cooked in the liquid, and then the top part will be cooked by the steam coming from the liquid. So that's gonna promote a nice glaze on the skin of the chicken. Now you can do this inside the oven at 180 degrees, or you can put this on top of your stove top at the lowest flame. So we're gonna bring this to a simmer, and then we cover this. We're gonna put this inside the oven at 180 degrees Celsius. You want an even simmer. You want to simmer a stew or a braise, not a stew, before I put them inside the oven, because the oven does not have that much heat to bring your braising liquid to a simmer immediately. Okay, last thing we add before we cover your braise is to put some lemon on top. This is just to add some acidity. The zest is good for imparting flavor. I'm trying not to put them on top of the skin. Okay. Flame off, and then off to the oven. Okay. So your chicken has been in the oven for about, say, 30 minutes. Been checking the temperature every 10 minutes. And right now we're sitting at around 80, which is way done. As long as you're above 75, you're good to go on the deepest part of the chicken thigh. Yeah. So temperature is good. All we have to do now is finish the sauce. So we have to remove your chickens first. You set them aside so that you can have space for working in your sauce. Oof. Okay. Flame on, and before you season, you want to taste. You're checking for salt, and you're checking for the other ingredients' tastes as well. Okay, lacks a lot of salt. Then after tasting and after seasoning, you want to taste it again just to make sure that you season properly. Okay, good to go. Add in a bit of pepper. And then that last ingredient is going to be capers. Okay, once that's done, and just bring back your chicken off the flame. Then keep your braise somewhere warm. Since we're gonna make a starch siding, it's going to be your pasta. Okay, so we're gonna cook your pasta. We're gonna be serving your chicken with some angel hair pasta. This cooks for about 2 minutes. Always follow the packaging. And we're gonna leave about 1 minute of extra cooking time for the pasta when we're gonna toss it in butter and garlic later. So we're just gonna boil this for about a minute. And when you're boiling pasta, make sure that you have about 10 times more water than your pasta. So we have 80 grams of pasta right here, and we have about 800 to a liter of water. We're gonna add in some salt. Make sure that you have ample amount of salt on your boiling liquid. This ensures that the temperature shoots up and it ensures that your pasta is seasoned. So your pasta can go in. If it looks that it's not gonna fit, it will. So just give that some jiggle. Okay, then we start our time. 1 minute. Let's try to make sure that nothing sticks together. It's only 1 minute, so it's gonna be fast. Okay, we take them out. Get a strainer. Again, this is not gonna be fully cooked. Just cooked halfway. Okay. We're gonna add in a bit of olive oil just to make sure that nothing sticks together. Okay, save your pasta water. And what I have here is some unsalted butter and some garlic. And we're gonna add in a bit of olive oil. We do not want to brown the garlic, so we're using butter. Add a bit of salt and some crushed black pepper. Okay, flame on. Just want to melt the butter, and you do not want to fry the garlic. You just want to saute it. Just want the butter foaming. Then we can add in your pasta. Okay, now once you have your butter foaming, you can add in your pasta. Now we can add in a bit of that pasta water from earlier. Just add in enough pasta water so that once the pasta water evaporates, you know that your pasta is already cooked. Give that a good toss. If you need to add more, then add more. Again, we're not pan frying the pasta, we're just sauteing it. Before you serve, always taste if you have enough salt, even though it's just plain pasta. Always taste your food. A bit more salt, a bit more pepper. We can add in some parsley. A bit more parsley. Okay, once that's done, we're ready to plate. Okay, the last thing we're gonna add to your chicken is some garnish. We're gonna add in some parsley. Parsley can go on top. You don't need much, as parsley does not impart flavor. Your tomato concasse can go on in. Go on top as well. You can put them in the sauce if you want to, but at this point, it doesn't matter. Give that a good baste. Okay, we're gonna start with your pasta. Gonna put in your chicken. Chicken can go on top. Of course, you need that sauce. More parsley. Then clean the plate always. You don't want to go beyond the rim of the plate. That is beyond your jurisdiction. That is for the servers to hold on to. That's it. So that's it. It's your basic braise. Season the meat, you sear it, take it out, add in your aromatics, deglaze, add in your liquid, bring it to a simmer, bring back the meat, add your cooking liquid up to about half to 3/4 the height of the meat. Bring it to a simmer, cover inside the oven at 180 degrees Celsius or on top of your stove top at the lowest temperature. Cook until the desired doneness. In this case, chicken or pork should be at around 75 and above. And then for pasta, 10 parts water, then 1 part of your pasta. Bring it to a boil, add some salt, add in your pasta, cook it until the packaging tells you so. If it's 1 minute, if it's 2 minutes, then cook it as so. If you're gonna be tossing it in some form of fat, remember to leave 1 minute of allowance for the additional cooking process. You season, then you serve. Basic plating. Again, starch at the bottom and then main ingredient on top. Make sure that nothing leaves the rim of the plate. This part right here, that is for the servers to hold on to. Yeah, that is not your jurisdiction. Now, when it comes to plating this type of dish, this is much more on the homey or home style way of cooking. Sorry for the lack of the better term, but your braises and your stews are much more on like the national type of dishes, and they're meant for home cooking. But for you guys who are gonna be working in the professional kitchen, you should learn that the braising process or the step-by-step procedure almost 100% stays the same, but the ingredients may change. But again, the cookery method stays the same. I guess that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.